Hi everyone, good morning. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 Me. Hope that you're doing really, really well this morning. Hope that you're feeling strong and positive and ready for a brand new day. Or maybe you're watching in the evening after you've had your day, but I'm just welcome you all here, especially the new women that have been joining us recently. Encourage you to go out to our website, 60me.com, and you can just check out all of our articles there on YouTube, our Facebook and Twitter. We are just about everywhere and so happy to have you in this community with us. I really do appreciate it. Now, I've got my cup of tea this morning. I'm drinking the last tea bag in my anti-stress tea. I'm not stressed, but it's a very good tea. And it's got in it a couple of things. It's got lavender, melissa, which is a plant that grows in Greece, which is one of my favorite places, and also hops, which is for which you make beer out of. So anyway, cheers everybody. I just hope you got a cup of tea, you're relaxed, ready for the day. Now I want to mention that our show today is sponsored by International Living. Now, International Living is a great company that has just spent years looking at retirement havens abroad for people who are thinking of retiring. And they've got ambassadors on the ground who are checking out the day-to-day life and just reporting back on the real story. So check out International Living at internationalliving.com/60me. And you can get a report there on 5 places around the world that they suggest you might want to try out if you're thinking of exploring overseas retirement. So thank you to International Living. Now, the topic for today. I mentioned it earlier. Hope that you're just all feeling relaxed and good and ready for your day. This is your time, your day. And I wanted to chat with you about this whole sort of state of mind that we sometimes get into, that, we are the glue that holds everything together. And maybe this was the case when we were younger and with our families and perhaps in a more sort of structured relationship. But also it may be, if you're not as a caregiver, you may be understanding the pressures of having, the world feeling like it's on your shoulders. But every now and again, I think we just have to let go of it and just do something for ourselves. Now, sometimes this isn't so easy. It doesn't have to be a long journey. It doesn't have to be far away. But one of our bloggers, Marcia Smalley, wrote an article about retreats and about taking a retreat and how good they are for us. Just now and again, switching off completely. Now, as I said, it doesn't have to be a trip across the world or the country. You can take a trip by bus to the next town. I often do this, just somewhere where there's a little park bench and maybe a little park, somewhere where you can maybe switch your phone off and just relax. Now, everybody's got different ideas of what a restful weekend is. Now, some people like to go completely away and find a place, a retreat center, somewhere where they're holding a sort of structured meeting, get together with other women perhaps, where you've got a theme. It could be a yoga weekend. It could be a meditation weekend or a silent retreat. I've done those before. It's very, very interesting. But it could be just a place where you go and just meditate in silence. I actually went a couple of years ago on a retreat to the south of France with a group called Flavors. And they're a really cool company. They offer retreats on cooking classes, painting classes, and also Pilates. And they choose the most amazing places in Italy to go to. We were in Lecce, in Puglia, which is in the very, very south of Italy. But then they also do ones in the Amalfi Coast, and also, there's just a lot of different locations. And I would encourage you to check those kinds of places out. Now, Flavors, I know, is a good one because I went on the cooking class and it was just flawlessly executed. And that's what you need. You need someone that's going to take care of you, take you on this retreat where you have no worries and you can just escape for a little while. No television, no electronic devices, maybe no alarm clock. But for Marcia, this was for her a really life-changing opportunity. Now, let's just assume for a minute that you're going to go on a retreat to a place away from your home where you maybe will spend a couple of nights or maybe longer, in some other space. And that is where I think things really start to happen. Now, Marcia talks about it as being life-changing, and I actually do agree with her. And she calls it a journey from the inside out. And I think that that's a really powerful way of looking at it, because I think you find once you go away from home, away from all the things that distract you, just even your home and your computer, just get away from that. You start to listen to your inner voice, and you start to listen to that voice which is saying, hey, it's okay. Whatever things are spinning through your mind, get rid of as Marcia talks about it, the emotional debris. It's like a downsizing for your brain. It's just all that emotional debris, all that emotional distraction that keeps us away from the true, not just purpose, but essence of who we are. Don't you find that you're actually kind of a lot of times being an actress, that you're kind of being the person that people expect you to be, and you're fulfilling a role maybe as a grandmother or as a wife or friend, that you're kind of feeding off the other person rather than staying, sort of close and true to yourself. And I think that in taking that time to do a retreat where you get away from it all and just sit down with yourself, you start to release that emotional distraction and then just hone in on what you want. What's really making you happy in life? What do you want to do? Now, 60 is a very pivotal age, and as I've mentioned this phrase before, it's profound, because not only is your body changing, your inner emotions, your psychology, but you are actually, questioning what is the purpose of your life? What is the point? What is left for you to do? What are things that you left behind that you didn't get to complete? And I think taking the time to devote to yourself changes your lens. It just changes the lens from being attached to everybody else back to yourself again. And in some ways, it gives you a courage to do something new. Maybe you come away from a retreat thinking, wow, that was really powerful. I really started to think I would love to start a new business, do a part-time job, maybe travel a little bit more. Learn to cook, learn a skill, do your yoga again, pick up your exercise regime. And maybe in that process of analysis and self-reflection, you find some healing. You find some moments where you are letting go of a regret or a feeling of disappointment, something that you've had to leave behind. It could be that you've lost a partner or you've lost a friend. And those types of losses go so deep. They take more than a retreat, obviously, to heal, but they do give you a chance to, to sort of breathe. And also, some of these retreats have a lot of other people in them. If you go to a retreat with a woman's retreat, you can talk to other people and get their lens on it. And sometimes you'll be so surprised how much they've gone through it too. And you think, wow. I thought for a moment there that I was alone. I was on this journey by myself. But, sometimes taking a retreat is a gift to yourself to open your own heart and your own mind to yourself, but others too. And, I think sometimes giving of yourself to other people actually helps you. Well, we know this. The happiness factor is that, what do they call it? Kind of the glow of happiness that comes from bringing joy and perspective and love to other people. So I think that the last piece of advice that Marcia gives, which I really think is true, is come back slowly. Go on a retreat, but then come back slowly into your world. Don't rush back in and think, oh, okay, got to do this, got to do that. Just breathe for a minute. Open your door. Come back into your room or your house and say, where am I? What did that help me to understand? Where did it help me to define the next years of my life? So I agree with Marcia. I think retreats are great ways to really dive deep, have fun, learn more, meet people, and reflect on you. Take time for you. So have you ever been on a retreat? Would you like to share it with us, like where you went and what you did and kind of what the experience was? I'd like to know if you've ever been on a retreat, one day or a week or months, whatever you've done. I'd love to know what your experience was. So thanks again for being here, everybody. I do appreciate you as always. Please check out our other channels. Check out our Patreon community if you feel like you want to be part of a little bit smaller group of women, 60andMe women, who are supporting 60andMe and having such fun with videos and exclusive things that we do together. It's just our way of offering another angle, another place to meet. But I do appreciate all of you here. Everything is from my heart to you. So tell us about your latest retreat and whether you're planning perhaps on doing one. So take good care, everybody. Have a really wonderful day, and we'll talk again very soon. Bye-bye for now.